Human nature is complex and fascinating. We are capable of great love and compassion, yet there is a darker side, often hidden from view. This dark side explores psychological tactics for power and control. It's about understanding manipulative techniques used to exploit others. These strategies can be subtle and damaging. They prey on vulnerabilities, leaving victims feeling lost and confused. From daily interactions to power corridors, dark psychology is at play. Understanding these tactics helps us recognize and resist manipulation. This essay will explore common manipulation techniques and their impact. We will explore strategies for recognizing manipulation, building resilience, and empowering ourselves to navigate human interaction with awareness. By shedding light on these tactics, we can promote healthier relationships. One of the most insidious techniques in dark psychology is gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation that makes victims question their sanity. The manipulator denies the victim's reality, twisting facts and planting false information. Over time, these denials chip away at the victim's sense of self. The term gaslighting originates from the 1938 play Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into believing she is going insane. He dims the gaslights and denies it, making her doubt her perception. Gaslighting distorts reality, making victims question their sanity. Neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, is a technique that has legitimate uses in therapy and personal development. However, in the hands of a skilled manipulator, NLP can be a powerful tool for persuasion and control. NLP is based on the idea that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected, and by understanding these connections, we can change our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. While this can be empowering for self-improvement, a manipulator can exploit NLP techniques to influence others subtly. They might use specific language patterns, body language, and even sensory cues to build rapport, bypass critical thinking, and implant suggestions in the victim's subconscious mind. Imagine someone mirroring your body language, subtly using your favorite words and phrases and speaking in a soft, reassuring tone of voice while making a request. These NLP techniques can make you more susceptible to suggestion, increasing the likelihood of you complying with their requests, even if it's not in your best interest. The danger of NLP in the context of dark psychology is that it can be used to bypass your conscious awareness and plant ideas or suggestions directly into your subconscious mind. This can make you more susceptible to manipulation, as you may not even realize you're being influenced. Emotional blackmail is a manipulative tactic that preys on our fear of conflict, our desire to please, and our sense of obligation. Emotional blackmailers use threats, guilt trips, and other forms of emotional manipulation to control their victims and get what they want. They might threaten to withdraw their love, create drama, or make you feel guilty for not complying with their demands. For example, an emotional blackmailer might say, "If you really loved me, you would do this for me," or "I can't believe you would hurt me like this by saying no," or "Fine, go ahead and do what you want. Don't worry about me." These statements are designed to evoke feelings of guilt, obligation, and fear, making you more likely to give in to their demands, even if it means sacrificing your own needs and boundaries. Emotional blackmail can be challenging to resist because it often comes from people we care about, like family members, romantic partners, or close friends. We want to please them and avoid conflict, which makes us vulnerable to their manipulation. Recognizing the signs of emotional blackmail is crucial for protecting yourself from this type of manipulation. The principles of dark psychology are not confined to textbooks or fictional narratives. They are woven into the fabric of our daily lives, playing out in various settings, from personal relationships to the workplace and even on a global scale. Consider the dynamics of an abusive relationship where one partner uses gaslighting to control the other. The abuser might deny their partner's reality, isolate them from friends and family, and constantly criticize them, eroding their self-esteem and making them dependent on the abuser. In the workplace, a manipulative boss might use NLP techniques to influence their employees, creating a culture of fear and intimidation. They might use subtle language patterns to plant suggestions, publicly humiliate employees who disagree with them, or even take credit for their subordinates' ideas and accomplishments. On a larger scale, consider the tactics employed by dictators and cult leaders throughout history. They often use propaganda, fear-mongering, and charismatic leadership to control their followers. suppressing dissent and maintaining their grip on power. Section 6. The devastating impact on individuals and society. The impact of dark psychology on individuals and society can be profound and far-reaching. Victims of manipulation often experience a range of emotional and psychological consequences, including anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, PTSD, and a diminished sense of self-worth. They may struggle to trust their judgment, question their sanity, and withdraw from social interactions. The ripple effects of manipulation extend beyond the individual, impacting relationships, families, and communities. When trust is broken and emotional manipulation becomes the norm, it creates a climate of fear, suspicion, and dysfunction. In the workplace, a toxic environment fostered by a manipulative boss can lead to decreased productivity, high turnover rates, and a decline in employee morale. On a societal level, dark psychology can have even more significant consequences. Think about the impact of propaganda and misinformation campaigns orchestrated by authoritarian regimes. These campaigns exploit psychological vulnerabilities, manipulating public opinion, inciting violence, and eroding democratic values. Section 7. Recognizing the red flags of manipulation. Recognizing the red flags of manipulation is crucial for protecting ourselves from becoming victims of dark psychology. Manipulators are often skilled at disguising their true intentions, making it essential to pay attention to subtle cues and warning signs. One red flag is a gut feeling that something is not right. If you consistently feel uneasy, anxious, or confused around someone, trust your instincts. Another warning sign is a pattern of inconsistent behavior. Manipulators often say one thing but do another, making promises they don't keep and shifting their stories to suit their needs. They might be charming and charismatic one moment and then cold and distant the next, keeping you off balance and unsure of where you stand. Pay attention to how they make you feel. Manipulators often try to evoke strong emotions in their victims, using guilt trips, threats, or flattery to get their way. If you constantly feel drained, obligated, or emotionally exhausted after interacting with someone, it could be a sign that they are manipulating you. Section 8. Building your defenses, strategies for protection. Protecting yourself from the tactics of dark psychology requires a multifaceted approach that involves building your self-awareness, setting firm boundaries, and developing strategies for assertive communication. One crucial step is to educate yourself about the different manipulation techniques such as gaslighting, NLP, and emotional blackmail, so that you can recognize them when they are being used against you. Setting boundaries is essential for protecting your emotional well-being. This means learning to say no to unreasonable requests, asserting your needs and opinions, and refusing to engage in conversations or situations that make you feel uncomfortable. Manipulators often prey on people who have weak boundaries, so it is essential to establish clear limits and stick to them. Another crucial strategy is to develop assertive communication skills. This means expressing your thoughts and feelings clearly and directly, using I statements to take ownership of your emotions, and avoiding passive-aggressive behavior. Assertive communication allows you to stand up for yourself, communicate your needs effectively, and resist manipulation. Section 9. Empowering yourself and raising awareness. The battle against dark psychology is not just about individual self-protection, it's also about fostering a collective awareness that makes it more challenging for manipulators to operate. By educating ourselves and others about the tactics of manipulation, we can create a society that is more resilient to these harmful influences. One way to raise awareness is to talk openly about our experiences with manipulation. Sharing our stories can help to break down the stigma surrounding these issues and empower others to come forward and seek help. We can also promote education about dark psychology in schools, workplaces, and communities, providing people with the knowledge and skills they need to recognize and resist manipulation. Empowering ourselves and others to resist manipulation also involves fostering a culture of empathy and compassion. When we understand the psychological underpinnings of manipulation, we can approach these issues with greater understanding and develop more effective strategies for prevention and intervention. By promoting healthy communication, building strong relationships, and fostering a society that values empathy and respect, we can create a world where dark psychology has less power to harm.